Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill.
So welcome back everyone, how are you doing? As usual, welcome to a new lesson, a new way to improve your English language skills. And as usual, let's listen to the audio track at the beginning of this video. And do not forget to answer the questions at the end of the audio track in the comment section below and write it down in your notebook as well.
I don't understand the fascination with gold. It's just a soft metal. It isn't even the most valuable metal. It's interesting how almost every culture in the world loves gold. Indians spend a fortune on it. When their children get married, they give gold bracelets and rings as gifts. Most of the world's wedding rings are gold. I know different countries prefer different types of gold. In Thailand, only 24 carat is good enough, but in England, people buy a lot of 9-carat gold. It seems like we have always loved gold. Think how many stories there are from hundreds of years ago about gold treasure. In fact, if you go back further, Egyptian kings and queens had lots of gold. I'll never forget Tutankhamun's mask. The gold in that was really golden.
And now we will switch to the speaking skills section where I will be teaching you another technique to improve your speaking skills. And after studying this technique and combining it with the previous technique, do not tell me in the comment section below, teacher, I don't know how to speak for more than 1 minute. I'm unable to speak for more than 1 minute. You should be able to. How? When somebody asks you a question, use today's technique, which I will be explaining it in a moment, combine it with the previous technique and combine it with the technique before that. I'm sure that you will be able to speak for as long as you want, right? So today's technique is called the people's opinion, friend and family's opinion, and your opinion. If somebody asks you a question, let's say you have an interview for a specific job and they want to see how good your English is, if you're in an IELTS examination and the examiner is trying to evaluate your English level, or even when you are talking to a native person and you just want to have a chit chat with him or with her and you don't know how to extend your speech, or while studying my course you want to ask yourself random questions and you want to see how good you can answer to those questions, you can use today's technique. So let me show you what do I mean by this technique. If I ask you a simple question and tell you, okay, tell me your take, tell me your opinion on social media. How often do you use social media? How often people in your country use social media? Do you like social media? What do you use social media for? If I ask you any of these questions, you can use today's technique. How? Well, many people think social media is a great way to stay connected and share information. However, some believe it is a waste of time. My friends use social media every day and they enjoy it. My family, especially my parents, think it can be distracting. Well, I think social media is useful, but it should be used from time to time. I try to limit my screen time and focus on real life interaction and see people face to face. You see, a very simple question and I use this technique and I could answer it in detail in a very long, right? Let me give you another example. Ready? So, tell me, do you like to study abroad? Tell me, what's your opinion on studying abroad? Do a lot of people in your country travel and study abroad? You can answer the questions in the following formats. Some people say studying abroad is a great opportunity to learn new things and experience different cultures. Others think it is too expensive and difficult. My friends think studying abroad is exciting and they want to do it. My family is supportive but worries about me being far from home and they are afraid if I will ever feel homesick. Well, I believe studying abroad is a great experience. It helps people grow, learn independence, and improve their future career opportunities. Again, a simple question, and we could answer it in 3 different paragraphs. And let me give you the last example. Do you like healthy diets? Do you eat healthy foods? Tell me about your eating habits. What do you eat? Do you prefer junk food or healthy food? Many people believe eating healthy food is important for a good life. However, some think eating fast food is more convenient and enjoyable and takes less time to prepare, or takes less time to spend on eating every day. Because we eat like 2 or 3 times a day, right? However, my parents always encourage me to eat healthy while some of my friends love fast food and don't care about diet. But I think a balanced diet is the best. I enjoy eating healthy food most of the time, but I also like to have a treat once a while. By treat, I mean like eating junk food or something like that from time to time, maybe once a week and once a month, and so on. And now you will see me talking to a native teacher again. I will be using the same technique so you can see me in real life. How am I using this technique? Is it a really practical technique? Or is it something that I'm just telling you, I'm not applying it and implementing it and using it in my real life? Of course not. Believe me guys, if I don't use something in my life, if I don't try something in my life, if I don't find something useful in my life, I will never ever share it in this course. So what you see in this course is purely natural, and I'm using it in my real life. And while, I'm recording this technique, guys, I never prepare a script. Believe me, I've recorded so far like 152 lessons, and I've never prepared like a written text, a written script, and I'm just reading it to, hello everyone, today we have this important, no. I'm just putting my phone, my camera in front of me, and I start talking because I want to be as natural as possible, right? You should have confidence in me. This teacher is teaching me like 4 levels, but can he really speak in English? Can he really speak naturally in English without some script or without anything?
Well, I ask you that question because when I decided to pursue my master's in Europe, my family was like kind of restricted me. They said, no, you have an opportunity here in the Kurdistan region of Iraq. You can start your study here. But my family, my friends, they really supported me because they saw me in my workplace. They said, no, you can do it. You can go there, pursue your dream. Maybe you'll find much better opportunity over there. But my personal opinion was just to always go toward my dreams and pursue them. That was why I asked you that question, because I know relocating to another continent, to another country is kind of, it's not that easy. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not just way to go without thinking.
Yeah, you've got to pick what is most important for you. Like for me, people here are terrible. They do not look after their environment. For me, the environment is important, and the climate. That's more important than the people, so I can focus. And it's a case of you deciding based on what you want. So
Thank you very much. Thumbs up. What was your friends, family, your family's opinion regarding relocating to Chile?
But
what about your husband, different people's opinions? How did they react to when you said, I'm going to move to Chile?
I mean, my parents had peace of mind because I went to university away from home. So they knew that I could survive on my own. Just this time, it was a lot further away, in a place where there were earthquakes, second world country, drug cartels, more dangerous people.
That's what I wanted
they
you
just
to
wait
say.
day by day, make sure there are signs of life from me, check in. And they trust me. They know that here I'm happy, I'm healthy. I live my life.
What about your friends' opinion? Like, what was their
They see it as great.
Did they have any comments?
Visit.
So they supported you.
Yeah, they said, oh my gosh, that's amazing. My friend visited me in December for the first time in the 8 years that I've lived here. She said, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I have the balcony. We were having breakfast on the balcony every day. We're going to the beach every day. She's like, oh, this is amazing. So my family, my brother, my sister, my friends, they see it as great. You live in Chile. I can go visit you. This is a great vacation destination.
What about your husband? How did he convince you in the first place to travel there? Or actually move there?
Well, I mean, he's a local. He's from here. So I met him 4 years ago. I met him 4 years ago, and He gets the lifestyle. He doesn't like cold weather either. He likes the beach. Not as much as I do.
And now we will switch to the pronunciation skills section, where I will be telling you about one of the most important pronunciation technique, because as Kurdish, I can admit that we have this problem. We really have this problem. And if you have this problem, please quit it today and learn this pronunciation. The pronunciation that we struggle with is called constant cluster. You know, I always tell my private students in classes like, okay, we have a Kurdish name that is Zring, right? Zring is a Kurdish name. You cannot say Zirnik. Oh my God. What is? It's the same spelling. Like Zirnik and Zring, they are the same spelling, but pronounced in a different way. Pronounced differently, right? So Zring is the correct form. So the constant cluster works in the same way. You cannot split them. So once you see a group of consonant letters, like 2 or 3 consonant letters, you should pronounce them at once, all together. You cannot split them. No, you cannot take away them from each other. No. For example, this word is strong. You cannot say, okay, stronige, stronige, stronige. No, it's strong. You should say strong, because NG is a constant cluster. You cannot split them, and the NG becomes ng sound. Strong. You cannot say stronige, stronige. Stronige is wrong. You should say strong. Interesting. You cannot say interesting, interesting. You should say interesting. 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 Next, student. You cannot say student, student, student. It's wrong. You should say student, student, student. You cannot say student. Student is wrong, please. You should say student. Okay? You cannot split the sounds and say student. You cannot split the constant sounds. Okay? You should say student. Next, band. Band. You cannot say band. Band is wrong. Great. Next, ask. You cannot say asike, asike, asike. No, it's ask, ask. Land. You cannot say lened, lened. Lened me some money, lened me some money, lened me that, lened me that. No, you should say land, land. Pronounce them all together. Land. Went is the past form of go, right? You cannot say went, went. I went to school. No, I went to school. Went, went, all together. And one of the most commonly mispronounced words, comfortable, comfortable. Please, I beg you, do not say comfortable. Oh my goodness, it's a terrible, it's a nightmare. It's comfortable, 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 comfortable. Or in the American pronunciation, you can also say comfortable, comfortable, comfortable. You can say the BLE sound is bull, fur, comfortable, comfortable. Okay, comfortable is not comfortable, please. Helped, helped. You cannot say helped, helped. Helped is wrong. You should say helped, helped, because HEL pronounced all together, and then LPED all together. Okay, helped. You cannot say helped, helped. 12th, 12th. We have first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, right? 12th. You cannot say 12th, 12th. 12th is wrong. You should say 12th all together. And guys, there is another important consonant cluster note that you should bear in your mind, and that is the N at the end of the words, the ng sound. For example, this word, can you pronounce it? It's experience. It's not experience. Oh my goodness. I have this trouble with most of my students. When they start the course with me, I tell them, okay, tell me about your experience regarding this. Tell me about your experience about this. And they say, okay, my experience about this topic. No, it's not experience. It's experience. You see, the sound is inside your nose. Where is it? inside your nose. Experience. Don't say experience. No, please, please, please. Experience. Experience. Okay, experience. I'm not saying experience. No, it's inside my nose. Okay, experience. Experience. This word. Lessons. It's not lessness. It's not lessness. Lessness is wrong. Lessons. Lessons. You see, lessons. The sound, the pronunciation is right here inside my nose. Okay? Experience. Lessons. Experience. Lessons. Next, this word. Sinus? No. Science. 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 Okay? So, experience. Science. Lessons. Excellence. Excellent. Excellent. Okay? If you want more examples in this word, I usually recommend you to use the AIs like Google, Gemini, ChatGPT, Cloud AI, and so on. Write the following prompt. Write the following command to the ChatGPT or Google Gemini. Say, I have a problem in the pronunciation of ng at the end of the words like excellent, lessons, experience, science, and so on. Please give me some other words that ng or n pronunciation, n sound is located at the end of the word, just like those words I gave you to practice my pronunciation. And the ChatGPT or the AI is going to give you so many more examples. I don't want to, take much of your time, but this is a very, 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 very mispronounced sound in English. Please take care of this sound, okay? And the next bonus pronunciation is, guys, we as Kurdish, even the Arabs or maybe some Persians as well, they have a problem with the s and th pronunciation. Therefore, I have listed to you some of the words that s and th or sometimes s and th are located or found in the same word. Practice on these sounds. Enthusiastic, enthusiastic, enthusiastic. This, these, those, something, everything, or you can say nothing. South, thousand, 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 thousand. Smooth, smooth, and breath, breath. Again, enthusiastic, this, these, those, something, everything, south, thousand, smooth, breath. And you can practice on this sentence. This is a very funny sentence. It doesn't have any, meaningful meaning. Walk and work are the weirdest words